ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning to the Allen Report this evening. I'm here in fabulous Rhode Island, the Rhode Island State House behind me, as you can see. I just kind of wanted to, today's video is nothing really epic's going on today. I just kind of wanted to do a recap of DC and maybe also answer any of your questions and concerns that you may have, we the people. So we're gonna do that today. And jumping right in here, like I said, I'm at the Rhode Island State House. Very beautiful building, by the way. Audit Press, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in. So, what's up, man? Thank you. Scotty, what up, man? Thank you. So, we're out here at the Rhode Island State House. Just gonna talk to y'all for a little bit. This will be a very short broadcast, very short transmission today. So, thank you for tuning in. Briefly wanted to speak about what happened in DC. I know tons of people have been asking me and wanted me to do my own, experience video on it. So this is pretty much that. And I'm going to also answer your questions along the way. So keep your Peanut 401. What's up, girl? How are you? So I have a lot of information for you here today. Yeah, man. Yeah, Cass, it's been nuts, like you said. So basically, you guys need to understand something. This wasn't your normal protest or riot, or however you want to categorize it. It was really chaotic. I have a video of an officer getting punched in the face. Now, how many videos out there in America do you see officers getting punched in the face and doing nothing about it? There's probably like, what, 3 videos, including mine? So that should tell you something about the energy and what was happening, the vibes during that encounter there, okay? So some old gentleman's waving from across the way. I don't know if you can see him, but so yeah, guys, so I want to take a few minutes to kind of explain to you some things and also answer your questions. So being in DC was completely crazy. All right, I was at Ollie's Trolleys. Shout out to Ollie's Trolleys for staying open and not backing down to the police to close down. Ollie's Trolleys is making a killing out there. If you're not familiar, it's a food restaurant, and I was there with the journalist crew homies eating some good burgers and fries and whatnot, and all of a sudden we hear, guys, they just stormed the Capitol. I'm like, what? They stormed it? What do you mean they stormed it? That's like some BS right there. I don't know what you're talking about. And then you see, the little flimsy steel fences they just put down and walked over, right? So you see that all in the video, and I'm like, all right, well, after we eat, we can get everyone together, head over there and document. And we did exactly that. We got there, guys, let me tell you, we got there. Oh my word. They had, I get there, they were already gassing people out, but I tried to document the inside of the building. I couldn't even get in. The police were already ushering people out. But you have to remember that there were people shoving me and pushing me. People want to say Antifa went inside here. I don't want to just like, no, I don't want to not agree with that because I don't know for a certainty, but I do know this, that there were people with orange caps on, and they were the Rundown Live. Shout out to the Rundown Live for being there as well. He got his stabilizer knocked out of his hands by people in the crowd, not by police, okay? So these were people already trying to like get rid of the documentation of what was happening. So, and he still doesn't have a stabilizer, okay? But also, all of you who super chatted and donated to me that night, thank you so much. That helped me out so much. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you. But so anyway, back to where I was. I can go all off topic here. I also want to answer some of your questions. Twyla, remember the Patriot Act? You're right. Sticky, what's good, man? Wow, Cass, that's crazy. That is crazy. And I don't know if any charges have happened to that gentleman or not, but that's crazy that happened to you. Now, you guys have to remember, all right, so I try to give you guys the best footage possible. You guys know that already. And I was out there at the front lines, and freaking, you had people, it was really bizarre. You had people who were stomping me out, and it was just really bizarre. You had people who were like pushing me and kicking me and fucking, it was so weird because I'm like right here in the middle, and there's people on this side, people on that side. Then there's the police on that side ushering in. It was just crazy. I couldn't even think straight. And so that's sometimes I do get triggered out there being in the field, so my apologies, but it is what it is. You know, nobody's perfect. Now, let's see if you guys have any comments, questions. Oh, Twyla, thank you very much for donating. Thank you very much. Yeah, and actually, I want to give you guys some exclusive news right now. I woke up this morning to this. I'm going to get you the article right now. Hold on, stand by. If you guys have any information, you know, that you guys want to send me for me to cover as well, let me know. But this just happened today, right? I have it right here. Extremists vow to return to Washington for Joe Biden's inauguration. Okay, which means what you saw a couple of days ago or whatever, I guess might happen again. I don't know. I'm assuming this time the Capitol Police, State Police, you know, all those agencies are going to be definitely well prepared this time. I don't think they were expecting people to actually like go, you know, beyond the fence. So, but that was a mainstream news article, guys, saying that extremists vow to return to Washington for Joe Biden's inauguration. Now, is this the mainstream? Now, in my opinion, the 7 major news networks in America are all, although maybe they are good people working there, however, they, in my opinion, they're down with the CCP, the Communist Chinese Party. And I don't trust the 7 major news networks, and neither should you. And that's why, another reason why I'm out here doing this. And I highly suggest not only watching my broadcast, but also watching Fake Mike Real News, Auditing America, The Rundown Live, We Are Change, and anyone else who I may have missed, watch their channels too, because you'll see a different angle of things. You're going to hear things that aren't on mainstream, and you're really going to actually get the right information that you need to know. So stay tuned for that. We may or may not be there for the inauguration coming up to document that. Chances are we will be there, but it's never a guarantee. So with that being said, the mainstream news is coming out saying those extremists are about to return. Is that the enemy saying they're going to have Antifa do some more damage? I don't know. This is, you know what I'm saying? I have no idea. So that to me is speculation for violence or whatever. So, or something that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That when the mainstream says that. So to me, I'm thinking about trying to be there to document more footage for you guys. By the way, I still have tons of footage. Still having to go through to get out to you guys. It's just a pain in the butt sometimes. My sleep schedule has been really off lately. I've been going to bed really late, waking up really early, and I've just been these last couple of days and finally been able to just rest, you know. Let me get some of your comments really quick here. Roll X, yeah, I've been talking to Mr. America. I'm trying to get him out to hopefully DC to also document what's happening. We'll see. Stay tuned. It's not a guarantee though. Peanut 401, how you doing? I knew you were there. I didn't have a chance to meet up with you, but word on the street is that people in orange caps were infiltrated as Antifa, and the people wearing red caps were your regular MAGA people, and the people wearing orange caps were infiltrators. Not saying that someone just didn't wear an orange cap that day, had no idea, but that was just the information that was brought to my view. So you guys might have heard similar information or maybe totally opposite information, and if you have, definitely inbox me and comment so I can check it out. Hey Scott, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. We gotta take care of yourself sometimes. So MAGA is that's a good question. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, so guys, my communications were also, people were saying that there were so many people in the area that the signal was jammed. I totally agree with that. I also agree that the police and other agencies were using technology to disrupt our live feeds, because the people that they liked, the mainstream people, the mainstream media, the people they liked, that the government likes, they were all live. They were all fine. You notice that? But the people they didn't approve of, they all had a hard time going live that day. And that was the majority of the people. So they're really silencing the people, we the people, the American people, which is really no bueno. Now, I want to say I didn't see any Antifa members there, like clearly marked. Word on the street was that both Proud Boys and Antifa and all those any other group that was supposed to go was supposed to wear all black or whatever. So it was really hard to see like who was really who. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, Antifa would have worn masks, and that's maybe a good point. Now I've been to many Antifa like protests and rallies and stuff, and I've also been to many like Proud Boys and like far right protests and stuff. I've never had a problem. This last DC trip though, the Rundown Live had a problem. People were smashing a stabilizer out of his hand. Not the police, mind you, people in the crowd. And the Rundown Live's a really nice guy. There's never like if you tell him like, hey man, like what are you doing or anything, he'll politely and respectfully tell you what's going on. If you don't want to be filmed, he will gladly respect you, most likely, and carry on a different way. But so that was it was really crazy, guys. The staircase was there had to be at least 13,000 people when I first arrived around 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was there all day and all night. Couldn't go live. I recorded statically for y'all. I have tons of footage still coming your way. Just so much to go through. I've just been taking these last 2 days to really recover and rest for myself because like you guys say in the comments, if you guys don't take the proper time to drink your vitamin C and D and get the sleep you need, like you can get sick or whatever. So that's just what I've been doing. Looks like just making sure these people weren't checking me out real quick. The Capitol building, is a public building. So I totally agree that, well, I shouldn't say agree, but I think that the people should have had the right to walk in the Capitol building. Now, causing violence, breaking the glass, stealing things, that's not okay. That's definitely not okay. But to walk in your own building that you already paid for, that's completely okay. The police should never, ever deny you your right to enter your building, in my opinion. So that was the only frustration I had with the police. Them not they work for us. What are they even doing? I want to go inside my building. That was really the only problem I had. But there were other people there who probably had a lot worse intentions. There were people from the far right, I guess, and word on the street is Antifa supposedly came in and infiltrated the groups and stuff. So I don't know for certain if that's accurate. That's just the information I've been hearing, and I'm hoping we the people, you the people, can also fill me in on the correct information. Let's go to some of your comments. Carl, I did not hear about that yet. Hey Carl, thank you, man. Mad respect to you too. And if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns about DC specifically, I'll answer them right now for you. And if you come to this broadcast later, just put it in the comments and I'll get back to you accordingly. But thank you. And also thank you to all who super chatted me that night. It was really crazy. They had the Air Force on the ground. They had the Army, National Guard on the ground. They had the ATF, the FBI, state police, you name it, all there that day and night. Voice of America. All right, I'll look it up. Thank you. So guys, let's go to some of your... Do you guys have any comments, questions, concerns regarding DC? Yeah, the mainstream media came out today and just said that whoever was there before is planning to go back. So usually when the mainstream media reports on things like that, it's usually a big deal. I don't really give a crap about the mainstream media. I think all 7 major news networks are completely sold out to the Chinese government, and so we the people need to start getting up off our butts and documenting these things ourselves, and speaking to the true journalists who work inside these mainstream organizations already and get the word out. So yeah, they probably had the Men in Black there. All right, guys. So I have like this alien pin on my backpack because I don't support this might sound weird, but I don't support, you know, bad aliens. You know what I'm saying? So some guy, the only guy ever, and I've had this button on for almost a year, the only guy who's ever approached me in DC, and it was in DC at the Capitol, and he approached me and asked me about it, and I had to ask him if he was an alien. He said no, but still, it was quite bizarre, and you never know who might be watching. I've gone to the Air Force bases and with my loud horn, and I've tried to talk to certain individuals, so I'm definitely on the radar, but they probably were there, Cass, you're right. I believe it. Well, guys, so for those of you just tuning in, I'm here at the Rhode Island State House, beautiful behind me. Very cold out here in Rhode Island. So the guy wearing the furs and the horns and the glasses and all the stuff, I actually saw him when I first arrived at the Capitol near the monument. He was like over in that area. I was like, look at this guy. It was cold. It was, with the windshields and everything, it was freezing. I don't understand how this guy was shirtless. I saw him in the beginning, and then after that, I never saw him again. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even get to walk in the Capitol at all. I just kind of stood in the doorway, and I have tons of more footage coming your way. Yeah, he was from Arizona. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, that's funny. That's Glower. You're good, man. I like that. That was great, man. That made my day. Yeah, he got arrested. Anyone who pretty much, if you walked inside the Capitol and didn't cause any violence or anything, you were okay. At the end of the day, it's your building. You can walk through it peacefully. It's the people who were like, you know, breaking the windows and, you know, stealing things. Those are the people they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dan Badondi, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in. I'm here at the Rhode Island State House, man, just doing a kind of a recap on things. So, shout outs to the UK, on all you UK auditors out there. I've been watching a lot of your stuff, and also shout outs to the Yellow Vest movement in France. To answer your question, Josh, it is very sad to see that. I mean, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm definitely not a Biden supporter, but I do know that it was completely rigged, and I do know that Biden should not have won. So it's very crazy. I'm not for either side. I just, you know, pick pretty much. Hold on. Yeah, Glover, you're absolutely right. I don't know if you know if that's accurate information, Carl. If it is, that would be interesting to see what happens for sure. I do know for January 20th, the inauguration of Joe Biden, they're going to be coming back, I guess. Word on the street is that I heard some lady say, now don't quote me on this, but because you know how word of mouth is and speculation is, but some lady said, what was it called? I forget what they were calling it. It was like, I forget off the top, honestly, guys. But hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Infernus. Appreciate you. But supposedly they're supposed to come back to the inauguration armed and like surround the Capitol or something. I don't quote me on that, but that's what I heard. And then the mainstream media just confirmed today that they're planning on going back. So you can probably assume things are going to be just as wild as last time. I know for the inauguration they shut off blocks and blocks, and they do these Fourth Amendment violations where you can't get in unless searched. So it's very sketchy. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens that day. So you're going to see some more historical footage coming your way. I appreciate y'all who tuned in and who super chatted me, Cash at me, PayPal me. I appreciated that a lot. It's going to help me get back on the road and get back out there for the inauguration. So thank you. Truth Radio Show. What do you mean? What's 7:49 p.m. tonight? What's up, D News? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, so if the mainstream media, in my opinion, is one of the enemies, all 7 major news networks, including Fox, CNN, your favorite one. I'm trying to read your comments so I can answer them. Hold on. Truth Radio Show. I don't know what you're talking about, man. The .gov website at 7:49 p.m. I don't know what that means. Rolex. Yes, I do think that. I think that this time is going to be even crazier than last time. Each time I think it's going to get even more intense. And I don't wish it that way. That's just what I'm hearing and seeing. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. But I do believe if you're planning on trying to go, drive. Do not fly, because Auditing America, he was going to be there. They canceled his flight like 2 days before he was supposed to come, right? That's totally not cool. They definitely try to suppress people. There's probably supposed to be more people there, but a lot of people didn't make it because of their flights being canceled. And now all of a sudden I'm having problems going live. So Peanut 411, that's crazy. If you have footage of that definitely let me know or upload it. I want to see it. Really, Truth Radio Show. So breaking news from the Truth Radio Show, Dan Badandi out of Rhode Island. Go look him up, check him out. He's just told me that at 7:49 tonight that the Trump presidency, I guess his term ends. So that's going to be interesting to see what the Democrats and what the Chinese government is going to say about it. So in fairness, I don't think, I mean, as a private company, as a private establishment, you have the right to, it's your business, it's your company. You can block whoever you want, I guess, at the end of the day. However, but think of it like this: if these social media platforms can block the president of the United States, then they can block you. And which means if the president of the United States can't defeat social media, then we the people are going to have a greater a harder time to defeat that as well, to get the freedom of speech, to get our voices heard. Trying to answer your questions. Stand by. Yeah, shout outs to Lady Liberty in Auditing America. I don't know if she has any videos posted yet or not. Last time I checked, she didn't, but she has videos definitely coming soon. So I would definitely just wait a little longer on that. Peanut 411, I definitely have the link to your channel already, but send it to my way. Or if you're talking to someone else, my bad. So I'm reading your comments. Stand by. Yeah, I mean, you can try to download the app WhatsApp or Signal when you're at these protests, and sometimes that will go in. I couldn't even make phone calls. I was trying to get in contact with everyone on top of the Capitol building. I was like, guys, you guys have to come up here. The police are beating people, and the people are actually fighting back. Like, you have to get up here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my phone wouldn't even go through. Stupid. You pay all this money for service, and you can't even get it. Ridiculous. Hey, Truth Radio Show. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Hey, Mike. I'm currently in Rhode Island at the Rhode Island State House. This would be a very short broadcast. I kind of just wanted to if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding DC, let me know. I'm here to answer it for you, kind of a recap. I still have a lot of historical footage coming your way. I do see the mainstream news down this way, NBC 10. Wonder what they're doing over here. Wonder if anything's going on today at the Rhode Island State House. But let's see here. Mixed sauce. I'm not worried. No, I mean, any videos that are posted are usually good to go. And people can use them for whatever reason they want, you know. 1996. Well, the year I was born. Cast. Just Glenn, thank you. Rolex. I'm about to. I think they're getting in there. They're like a couple blocks away, but I can see them. That looks like they're taking off. So. Console. You're absolutely right, man. It won't actually. If Twitter and Facebook and all these social media platforms can deplatform the president, I'm not even a fan of Donald Trump, but if they can deplatform him, they can deplatform me and others, which is a huge problem to free speech and the First Amendment, as you already know. And so we need more people like myself, more people like you who are watching this broadcast to get up off the couch and to get out and do whatever you think is necessary in a peaceful manner to either document or exercise your rights in whatever way you can think of, and start doing it, because now is the time. If you guys don't start sticking up for your rights now, including me, we might not have an America for our children or our grandchildren anymore. So in my opinion, we don't live in America right now. We live in Soviet America, where you have kind of some freedoms. We had more freedoms under the tyranny of King George than we do currently right now. For example, you could collect rainwater back then. You can't do that now. I'm sure you could sleep back then. I'm sure you could sleep in your buggy and horse and carriage. Today you can't sleep in your car. There's a lot of things but most people are so preoccupied and distracted with the TV and the fear mongering and the mainstream media always hyping things up that they forget that they can even go do these things. And it's a whole thing. And I know you guys already know I'm kind of ranting about it, but it's important to get out there. Ramacast, yeah, man, that's good to hear. I'm glad you're starting to do that. And you know what? A little bit every day, or just a little bit when you can, goes a long, long way. Even if that's simply, you could do this. This is that simple. Go to your local police department, walk in, sit down, have a conversation with them, and I bet you any money, I'll bet you'll know who are the good cops and who are the bad cops. I've actually met a lot of good officers, and I've come across many bad officers. Bad officers would be an example of, look at Bellevue, Florida. The chief of police thought the public department was a private business center. Okay, so when you go and you talk to these representatives, your local officials, you'll actually know who's the good guy and who's the bad guy, and just by a simple conversation. And I highly recommend not only your police officers, but your public servants, your in the city halls, you name it, your governor's office. All these people work for you, and they think they're on some high horse, and because they work for the government, they're over you. It's actually the opposite here in America. And so I want to take this time to answer some of your questions. Thank you, Infernus. I appreciate you. Yeah, down with the CCP. For those of you that don't know what CCP is, it's the Communist Chinese Party, which, by the way, Gina flippin' Raimondo out of here in Rhode Island is now on the Communist Chinese, in my opinion, board with the Biden. To me, the Bidens and all the mainstream and everything are completely sold out to the Communist Chinese. So Gina Raimondo, the governor of Rhode Island, who's in this office here, is a part of that team. One of the worst governors. Like, she's like the worst. I think, look this up. Look this up right now. I think she's actually the worst governor in the country, or second worst or something. Right? Why would a president pick like second to worst? Out of 50, you pick 49? Well, that's how you know you're being played. That's how you know, no matter if she, oh my goodness, like, people will say, well, it's because she's a woman and you don't like. No, it's not because of that. I actually, I think Jo Jorgensen, I believe that was a woman. I supported her. So there was a lot of, Infernus, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Just Glenn, $10. Thank you, homie. Oh, by the way, I'm 100% listener funded, guys, which means I'm funded by you, we the people. And that because of you guys, I'm able to get out on the road and document these historical sites. And so I appreciate anyone who donates. Thank you very much. You're probably, with these donations coming through, I think I got people donated to me last time on my live stream. So between these donations that are coming in and the last one, I should have hopefully just enough to get down to DC for the inauguration to document. It's unclear if I'm going to go through the Fourth Amendment violation booth, but I'm going to do the best that I can for you guys. Cope, you're absolutely right. America is under attack. Guess what? The Chinese government, they're completely open for business. Wuhan, the place the virus came out of, they're having parties in the street on New Year's. You know what happened here in America on New Year's? Not a soul on downtown New York City. We are under economic attack right now, and we need to start peacefully thinking of ways to counteract that. Just Glenn, thank you, man. I appreciate you. You rock, man. Thank you. Yes, Quam. Economic and media terrorism, yes. Yeet, sir. I mean, we don't necessarily need China, but you know what? We can all work together. We're all human. And these ideologies we have all throughout the globe, let me tell you something. If human beings are other human beings, it's probably not a good ideology to have, in my opinion. Instead of wondering, see, this is the thing that takes me off. Instead of wondering and caring about either what skin color that person is or what trendy music they listen to, I would rather be focusing more on how about exploring other solar systems and colonizing other planets for our species, like Elon Musk, who already by a couple $1 billion surpassed Jeff Bezos, and Jeff Bezos is a complete sellout, and all he does is put fucking clocks in mountains because that's what he wants to do with his money. So stupid. He could be helping humanity so much. Sorry, I'm kind of going off on a rant there. Oh yeah, in fairness, they definitely launched a bioweapon. This isn't, by the way, guys, this isn't the first Chinese bioweapon they've launched. Remember SARS? Remember the swine flu? That all came out of China too. And guess what? The swine flu actually killed more people than the COVID-19. All these numbers you see are hyped up, man. Dan Badandi, the Truth Radio Show, he actually went to the Rhode Island, the biggest Rhode Island hospital they had here, because Gina Raimondo was saying that the hospitals were overwhelmed and this and that. He literally showed up, documented the whole thing, and I don't know if they took it down or not. But guess what? He went in there asking to help out, just to volunteer, help out any way he can. And they said that, nah, he was good to go home. There's no one even here. You're good. Like, there's no problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a lie. It's crazy. Yeah, it's about time the majority waking up. People who watch this broadcast are pretty much awake. And so that's why I asked you guys to come out here and not only join me, but join the other big activists as well in fighting for American freedom. Because if we don't fight for it now, we'll have to shoot our way out of it later. And that's the old saying, you know, vote your way in, shoot your way out. So we live in Soviet America right now, and we need to non-violently, peacefully come together and think of strategies to, you know, do what's right for America. Absolutely, Carl. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Kamala Harris. I mean, I don't know. She's only there, in my opinion. She's only there because to, you know, brown nosing, if you know what I mean. Kiss butt. Rolex. You know what? I don't want there to be another civil war in America. However, I mean, it's tough to say because you never know. You're the first time ever in history the office of president-elect That's never been done before. Go look at the past presidencies. Find an office of president-elect. They're getting you psychologically ready for a split in the White House. Now that's not my full like theory. That's not like my expertise or anything talking. That's just my opinion. They could very well be doing something totally different. This is all by design, remember. And people want to say that Trump was even part of the establishment and is in on it. I mean, look what he said. He said that he wouldn't concede, and then the next day he said there would be a peaceful transition. So you just never know what's going on, and that's the information war that we're in right now. So I'm gonna answer some of your questions. It's freezing outside. So eyes wide open. I believe we are already in martial law. We're already in it in America. We're in a form of medical martial law. They've used the disguise of medical emergencies to basically hijack the country and keep us locked down until our economy is until people are just so poor and broke and the economy is so ruined that you know what I'm saying? It's going to be terrible. Like, I don't want that. But yeah, I do believe we're under medical martial law right now. A lot of other countries are open for business except for the United States. China, where the virus came out of, is fully open for business. But take a look at America. We're completely shut down. Then they want to say that not having symptoms is a symptom. They're just trying to scare you guys. And honestly, I'm not saying run out into the streets and lick the telephone poles, but I am saying, definitely wash your hands. Because there is the common cold, there is the common flu, and a lot of these people, like for example, one of my neighbors actually died, and they said he died from COVID. But what's happening is, I don't believe that for a second. But what happened was, if you get into a car accident, right, and you die, they'll come over and take your temperature, and if your temperature is off, they'll just say you died from COVID, not from the car crash. And that's how they get you guys. And I'm not saying you. They've gotten me too with this information. You're right. Now imagine if the human society here on Earth, instead of like hurting each other, which I don't believe is human, by the way. I believe I don't believe that humans would hurt each other willingly. I believe that there's a greater force behind all that. But that's a different live stream. Try to read your comments as I go here. But really, I mean, I would like to see the Chinese, all nations of the earth, because we're all the same. We just live on different parts of the globe. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the craziest thing, that we're all the same. We all feel the same. We all bleed the same, and it's just crazy to me to think that one group of people, human beings, would want to cause harm to people. Democide. Look up democide. Democide is the #1 killer of people on Earth, and you know what that is? Governments killing their own citizens. The United States government has done it too. I forget the exact number off the top, but the Chinese government is like one of the top tier democide governments out there, and they've just been named the head council for the United Nations and human rights or something. So now you know the United Nations is probably corrupt, because who would put the Chinese government in charge of human rights when they don't even take care of their own people properly? You know what I'm saying? So it's very bad. It's very bad. We live in really, really sketchy times, guys. I appreciate all of you. To all of you who have super chatted and donated, you guys rock. You guys are the reason why I'm out here doing this. And without your support, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. I'm not going anywhere just yet. If you guys have any more comments, questions, concerns regarding DC, this past trip, definitely shoot me a message right now, either on YouTube or by email or whatever, and I can gladly answer it for you. Also, the mainstream, those of you just tuning in, the mainstream media said that the groups that met there like a couple days ago or whatever are planning to meet there again for the inauguration of Joe Biden. Joe Biden is saying that the inauguration is going to be virtual. However, I was there. They're setting up the stage. There's definitely going to be some things outside going on. Now, I don't know if it's going to be like last time. I know like last time they had blocks shut down. They have like Fourth Amendment violation booths. So if the same group shows up and like overruns one of those booths, it's gonna be really crazy, historical, and scary to document. So stay tuned for that footage, I guess. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do know that it probably will be crazy because the American people, believe they're being lied to right in front of their faces. And Karen, thank you for tuning in. What's up, bro? Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty cold out here, guys, in Rhode Island. I'm more of a warm weather guy. I love Nevada, I love Florida. Not so much. I do love Rhode Island and in this area of the Northeast, but in the summertime, of course. And Furnace, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. So, guys, I guess that's pretty much it. If you guys don't have any more questions, let me see. Oh, Jess Glenn, man. Jeez, man, you're on a roll. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. I should be good now to get back on the road. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. One love. Cass, you're right. They won't even admit about the aliens. Which, by the way, there's a lot of talk about that too. I'm not gonna get too into it on my channel here, but I definitely will. If anyone wants to email me, I could definitely talk more about things with you there. But see if you got anything here. Thank you, Jess Glenn. You're right, man. Mike, that's a good question, Mike. I'm at the Rhode Island State House because this is my building. This is my property here. Not specifically mine, it's everybody's. You don't even have to even live in the state of Rhode Island for it to be yours, because you probably pay federal taxes, and federal money is spent all throughout the United States without your knowledge and whereabouts. So technically speaking, if there was any federal money being spent here in Rhode Island, it would be your state house as well. But I'm here because I like to prove a point. I like to make sure that people know this is my house. I can come to my house whenever I want to make a video. I think the doors are locked. They close at like 4 o'clock here. So yeah, that's why I'm here. Plus, I to be honest with you, I really do like how I really do love how like the building looks, and like it just makes me feel like I'm back in 1776, and it makes me feel like I'm back in time. So at the old buildings and stuff. I'm a huge history buff. At least I try to be. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here today. Thank you for that comment and question. Rolex, I would go inside. The doors are locked, and I've also audited the Rhode Island State House and documented here probably thousands of times. They're probably so sick of seeing my face. Yeah, Rona Cast, yeah. I mean, the Wendigos live up there in Canada too, but the North American Sasquatch is, yeah, I completely agree. He's up there. Nelson, thank you for commenting and tuning in. We are probably going to be back in DC for the inauguration to document the historical events that are going to take place. However, that's not a guarantee. There's a lot of things on my plate. The Auditing America defense team, they have ideas and concerns. Me personally, as the Allen Report, have ideas and concerns and what have you. So chances are every single activist in the country will be there in DC for the inauguration. So chances are I'll be there. I hope to see you all there, but it's not a guarantee. Yo, Spaghetti-O, Fake Mike, Real News in the house. Go and subscribe to his channel. Check him out. And Furnace, yeah, man, what's your question? I'm reading it right now. In Furnace, that's a good question. If a child who doesn't pay taxes enters a public building and starts to record. I've never seen that before. I've heard of that before, but I would say this. I would say that at the end of the day, if you're in America, you live in America, you were born in America, and that kid was born in America, and he decided to walk. If he's born in America and his parents pay taxes, I would consider that his house as well, because when you're born in America, you're an American citizen, and therefore, any government funded, any government funded would be by the people. So therefore, he doesn't know it yet, but that's it, or he or she doesn't know it yet, but that would be his or her house. So I hope that answered your question. Mike, I'm not sure. Fake Mike, real news. What's legal, man? Yeah, so the team's going to be back together shortly. The team might meet together in DC or some other state, but we're in the talks of that right now. Oh, okay, yeah, in fairness, yeah. So Fake Mike Real News just confirmed that it is legal to do so, yes. I wasn't entirely sure because I do know that there is, in certain cases in the police department, you can't film minors and stuff, so I just wasn't sure, but good to know that you can. Whew. It's cold out here, guys, yeah. But yeah, guys, America, all the way. Make sure if you're watching from outside the country, you show your support as well. And maybe also, if you guys are watching from outside the country, go and talk to some of your police officers out there, maybe some of your mayors or constituents out there, and see what they have to say. And send me the footage. I'd love to put it out there. Hey, Jeremiah, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Well, guys, I want to say this. If you have any comments, questions, concerns about DC, let me know. I still have tons of footage I have to go through. Like I said before, I've just been kind of resting. I just got a new bed. I've been sleeping on it. It feels great. Can't tell you how much good sleep could do to a person. So, oh, yeet, there's a cop. Thank you for tuning in, bud. But the plan is to get to the inauguration to document some historical footage. I still have so much more historical footage you guys have to see, so stay tuned. I probably won't upload any today, but in the days to come, you can start to see some more new footage for sure. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. You keep up the good work too, man. People who tune into this broadcast and watch, even if it's for like a short minute, you guys are actually making a huge difference as well. And I tip my hat to you, sir. Thank you. Whew. Infernus, thank you, man. Man, Infernus, you're always there, man. When I need you, huh? You're awesome, man. Thank you. Shout outs to India. Yeah, it's cold out here, guys. But I said this wasn't going to be a long transmission. It ended up being like 50 minutes. So I'm going to try to wrap this up for y'all. Like I said, if you have any comments, questions, concerns about the previous DC, let me know. I can answer it for you. It was crazy, guys. They had the staircase was jam-packed with people. You couldn't move. The only way I could get up to the Capitol building is, guess what? I had to basically climb by rope. Yeah, okay. It was not easy. It was not as fun as you think, and it was really intense. I end up losing all my journalists, homie, crew. It was insane. So I appreciate you guys. I'm out here at the Rhode Island State House where Gina Raimondo is now the head commerce lady for Joe Biden's team. I don't know why you would pick the second worst governor in America, but if you want to bring down America, I guess you pick the worst people, right? That's what I would assume. And in fairness, that's a good point. In fairness, that is a good point. There should be actually a government organization or a government section that has a First Amendment auditors that go out and make sure that everyone is within the law and everyone is being kind and courteous when on the job, of course. But guys, like I said before, tons of historical footage coming your way. It was quite crazy. I ended up getting to speak to some of the people there and pick their mind. As you can see from some of my latest videos that are already posted, I'm telling them hey, the police are gonna cut you off here. I'm like, you guys have to get out of here or something. And the kid, I don't know if he was Antifa or not, but I don't think he was. But he told me, he's like, you can't leave. You gotta stay here. Something about America or something, I forget. So it was quite almost patriotic to see and hear people wanting to just talk to their representatives if talking is what they wanted to do. The cop getting hit is the name of it on the channel is called Cop versus the American People, and it's like in the middle of it. You'll see it. It's down there somewhere. But that's crazy. You don't see a lot of American cops getting hit in the face and then just walking off like that. So, Baja 96, to answer your question. You know what? I don't know for certain, you know what I'm saying? But I do know this. I do know that if you watch a lot of the other like podcasts and stuff, like just to name a few, like InfoWars, if you watch like his and others, like, you know what I'm saying, Joe Rogan, others, you kind of get a different understanding of what happened. And also, he explains that there were people. He says that there were people there from the right side who really wanted to, do some stuff, I guess. But people were also saying people from the left side were there infiltrating, stirring shit up too. So it's really hard to know which group did what or anything like that, because all the groups were told to wear all black. Eyes on corruption, thank you. In fairness, I don't believe that's accurate at all. If you're a kid and you're under 18, chances are you're in high school, so you wouldn't necessarily be loitering if you don't leave your school or something. I don't know. But dude, I honestly don't know, man, because you know what? I went to Bellevue, Florida recently, and the chief of police was telling me that the public police department was private business only. So it wouldn't surprise me if other dumbass officials out there think the same thing, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's loitering if this and that. It's a power thing for these people. It's really bizarre. So we have a state trooper who just pulled up over here. Keeping an eye on him. I am okay, thank you. I'm not sick at all. I'm just super cold, and there's absolutely no sun here in Rhode Island, like ever, especially in the wintertime. So that's exactly why I'm a little pale. Thank you. Shout out to Fake Mike Real News. He was also in DC. Check out some of his footage. He was I wasn't necessarily with him the entire time, But he was in certain spots that I wasn't, and he got some other footage that y'all are gonna want to see. Looks like the state trooper is leaving. Yeah, Carl. The only people who are gonna get in trouble on the 6th are the people who are trying to break the glass or steal things within inside the building. People who are just walking in, documenting, or just walking in and being, you know, kind and courteous. It's your building. It's we the people's building, so they can't fine you for just walking in your building. You know what I mean? But yeah, the people who did steal or break things, I can assure you, they probably would get in some type of trouble, I would assume. Just Glenn, you're absolutely right. I spy, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely, well, the public tours for the Capitol are usually sold out, and you have to like buy those like 6 months in advance sometimes, especially for the White House. So I don't know about the other buildings. But you know what, guys? This is your boy, the Allen Report, out here in Rhode Island, getting the Auditing America defense team together to possibly get you some historical footage in downtown DC for the inauguration of Joe Biden, or possibly the start of civil war. Who really knows what's going to happen? Is Trump going to leave us? Is Trump going to have his own office with his own supporters? Is Joe Biden going to have his own office with his supporters? I don't know. But you know what? The president of office elect has never been done before, and that's a good sign of dividing. So they're already talking about California to divide, to leave the United States and become its own country. There are many obstacles in that way, but they are in the talks of it. So that is very troubling. Morris, you're right. There seems to be, unfortunately, more aggression towards the police nowadays than there has been in the past. But you can blame the fake news media for that. And I call them that, not because I'm a right winger, but because honestly, that's what they are. You know what I'm saying? Where were they on the front lines? You know what I'm saying? No, they were escorted by the police and this and that. And no, they need to be out on the front lines with everyone else. Absolutely, Spartacus Q. Absolutely, man. I'm always down to save the planet and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Send me email me the Allen Report at theallenreport.com. The Allen Report at theallenreport.com. Email me there to talk about that further, or if you have a place that needs to be audited, I could put it into my files and we can do some research on that place and research on all that to make sure it's credible. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this is the Allen Report signing off. If you have any comments, questions, concerns about DC or anything, gladly get in contact with me. Also, expect us there for the inauguration. It's not a guarantee, but most likely we'll be there to get you that historical footage. I have a lot more footage to go through and get to you guys. I've just been kind of recovering lately. I love you all who donated and supported me and everything like that. Shout outs to Auditing America, Fake Mike, Real News. Shout outs to The Rundown Live, We Are Change. Shout outs to anyone I may have missed. Shout outs to my loyal fans, subscribers, Just Glenn, Infernus, Telia, Tuilia, Fake Mike, Real News. Yep, Just Glenn, I said him. Trying to get all the people. Let's see. Twyla, yep. Oh, I think I got everyone there. No, we weren't, Joel. Hey, Rolex, thank you. So I'm going to take off now, guys. I just kind of wanted to keep everyone updated, kind of answer your questions, talk more about DC, also what's coming next. Also, it's always great to hear from you guys, and appreciate your support as always. Hey, appreciate you, whoever just tuned in. 21, thank you. But yeah, guys, it's cold out here in Rhode Island. It's your boy, the Island Reporter, signing off. If you want to get in contact with me and think I need to be somewhere to document something or audit someplace with the team, send me an email, go to the Facebook group, send me a message there. I'm on your favorite platform across the board, but it's getting a little too cold out for me here, guys. America is a great place. If you're from out of the country and never been to America, it's a great place. I just highly suggest coming in the summertime. That's all. But hey, guys, I will talk to you guys shortly. I just want to keep you all updated, make sure you guys know I'm safe, everything's good. I'm in talks with the team to get back down there in DC. Not a guarantee, but we're looking towards it. Appreciate all you who donated today. You guys rock. And like I said, I'm 100% listener funded. So you the people keep me out here on the streets, and I appreciate that. So without further ado, it's your boy, the Allen Report, signing off. I will see you next time. Alberto, what's up, man? Stay safe, guys. Wash your hands. Smoke a doobie. Shake your local police officer's hand, and let them know that we the people are in charge, and let them know that, you know, they could take a day off or two. There's actually, if you guys, I know I keep talking for hours, but if you guys want to look into something that might interest you all, there's actually an incident in America where there was a bad guy, he was like robbing a bank or a saloon or something, and guess what? Only the American people stood. There was no law enforcement at all that were intervened at all. The American people grabbed their rifles and they went down to the bank or the saloon, and they stopped this guy from committing all these types of crimes and murder and stuff, and not one law enforcement person was there, which tells you this. It tells you don't need law enforcement in general. They're great to have, but and I support good cops, but at the end of the day, we the people, the American people, we don't need government running our lives. We don't need government in everything we do. The number one job of government is to keep the people safe. So why is government in everything else? That's talk for next time. Your boy, the Allen Report, out here in Rhode Island. Shout outs to Auditing America, Fake Mike, Real News, The Rundown Live, We Are Change, anyone else I may have missed. Love y'all, support y'all, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.